This is the Value Chain TV News Update. I am S.A. Ufuma with the news. And on the news update, we begin with economy. Hours after the presidency said plans have been concluded to privatize Nigeria's 4 government-owned refineries in Port Harcourt, Warri, and Kaduna. Few Nigerians have expressed their opinions on the issue to Value Chain TV. Special Advisor, Media and Public Communications to President Bola Tinubu, Sunday Dare, disclosed the privatization plan in a reform tracker posted on his X handle. Let's join our correspondent, Kabir Lawal, to take the reactions.
The move by the federal government to privatize the government-owned refineries in Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. Now we're out on the streets to hear the take of Nigerians on this development.
I would like to say that the biggest challenge we have is the poor governances in Nigeria. The policy are not working in a proper way that will encourage. If the government, you leave this thing in the hand of government, it continues to be as a means of sucking the government treasury. Because year in, year out, there is a maintenance going on, citing an example with Kaduna Refinery. The rehabilitation of that refinery has been going on for the past, let's say, 2 decades, and nothing has come out. And if we are to check the money that has been sink into that rehabilitations, it is enough to build a new, maybe 2 refineries, modular refineries. So in that case, privatizing it might be good if the policy, government policy to checkmate the private sector is in place. But without that serious policy on ground, I think it's still like we are still going to mess, like the way NEPA has been privatized and Nigeria are suffering with the privatization because we are not getting anything out of that privatization. That is in the context of no policy. When we privatize something, it is expected that the government policy should regulate that sector so that the citizenry will benefit from that private sector. But the case here is like give and take. It is the same government people that will go and bought that company and put it under a liability to the Nigerians and no benefit to the citizenry at the end of the day.
Since I've been in power of federal government for long, we've had the refineries for over how many years under their control, and nothing good has been done with it. So I believe a change here. Private bodies running it. There might be few lapses here with it too, but at the end of the day, I believe it will go better than the federal government. There's a better prospect for youth under the private bodies than government. Government is more of an association of, I don't know, running family, old empires and everything. It has always been a thing of nepotism, several things associated with government this thing. Sincerity is no longer there. So I believe, I'm not saying private institutions governing our refineries is going to be the best here, but of course it's a better option. You understand? It is a better option compared to that of what the government have done. It's been how many years, decades we're talking here, from independence. Nothing. We've had how many refineries now? Nothing. Look, here is Dangote trying to do something, and then look at what is even going on around it. And I know, I'm not saying Dangote is a saint to here, but I believe something better is going to still come out of it, more than what federal government has been doing. What have they done? Nothing safe with all the refineries. Nothing. We are a petrol exporting country, and nothing.
I think the government is doing their best, and by His grace, we are going to jump out of it. These refineries are here, and then once we are refining this crude oil here, I think it's better for us. And this one we are not going to bring them. We are refining them here, so I think it will be better.
Few Nigerians from different walks of life and professions have actually believed that privatizing the state-owned refinery will go a long way for also the private sector to take the oil and gas sector to another level. For Valuechain TV, Kabir Lawal reporting.
The Port Harcourt refinery is set to commence crude oil production after several unmet deadlines and a long period of rehabilitation exercise. According to the Chief Corporate Communications Officer of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, Femi Sonoye, The refinery will operate at 60% capacity. In a post on its official X handle, Sanaye said the refinery will process 60,000 barrels per day. And still on economy, President Bola Tinubu has expressed excitement over the third quarter gross domestic production report released by the National Bureau of Statistics, assuring Nigerians of better economic output as the economy continues to expand. According to NBS, Nigeria's GDP grew by 3.46% compared to the 3.19% growth recorded in the second quarter. The top contributing sectors to the GDP in the third quarter 2024 were agriculture 28.65%, ICT 16.35%, trade 14.78%, manufacturing 8.21%, crude oil 5.57%, finance and insurance 5.51%, and real estate 5.43%. Away from that now, as conversations around compressed natural gas take center stage in Nigeria, 4 leading influencers and cultural icons in the country are set to embark on a fact-finding trip to India to explore CNG potentials. Our correspondent Chet Moses has the details.
According to a statement from PCNGI, Innocent Idibia, popularly known as Tubaba, online influencer, Waris Akinwande Ola of Lagos, northern musician Dauda Kahutu, and comedian Bright Okbacha, Basketmouth, will be touring India, returning to provide Nigerians with a clearer understanding of CNG's potential by experiencing how India has successfully integrated it into everyday life, from commercial transportation to domestic and industrial use, among others. The trip, which is being organized by the PCNGI, is part of its broad strategy to promote transparency, spark public conversation, and engage Nigerians through key personalities who resonate with diverse audiences. The trip will feature a hands-on exploration of India's CNG value chain, including visits to conversion centers, refueling stations, gas distribution centers, cylinder manufacturers, and industrial hubs. For Value Chain TV, Chad Moses reporting.
And now on business news, the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, has launched the digitalized electronic certificate of origin. This was disclosed by the ECOWAS Director of Customs, Union and Taxation, Salifu Temitor, in Lagos. The electronic certificate of origin would enable seamless real-time trades while addressing long-standing issues of fraud and document forgery. This development aligns with the goals of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement to simplify and accelerate cross-border trade across Africa. And now on sports, Nigeria's men's volleyball team delivered a commanding performance at the ongoing African Military Games 2024 in Abuja, securing an emphatic 3-0 win over Sierra Leone. The match, held at the Indoor Sports Hall of the Moshood Abiola Stadium, saw Nigeria record their first victory in the men's volleyball event of the competition. Head coach of the Nigerian Armed Forces volleyball team, Solomon Zango, praised his players for their exceptional performance, expressing his pride in their teamwork and discipline. That concludes the Value Chain TV News Update. I am S.A. Ufuma. Many thanks for watching.